commitment that we have in life is good the whole time. No, you're gonna get a dump. They're gonna dump shit on you. Can you now stand in front of everybody with doo-doo on you and be like, yep, we finna try again. I'm finna do it again.
You know what? Let me wipe this shit off. I got another idea.
Oh, bro, like, I'm definitely finna take a bath, 100%. I'm gonna get it from in between my neck. Like, we gotta get the shit off us, but you gotta continue.
The internet is in absolute chaos after Tiana Taylor and Aaron went public with their relationship, and people cannot stop talking about it. What was once brushed off as a rumor has become an undeniable, explosive reality. The pictures are out, the captions are bold, and the internet? It is absolutely on fire. But the real shockwave came from Iman Shumpert's reaction. He's not just heartbroken. He's raging. It's written all over his face, in his words, in every action he takes. Social media users are calling it the ultimate act of betrayal. What was once a simple love triangle has now spiraled into a full-blown emotional war zone. The fans are split, furious, confused, and digging into every second of this unfolding mess. What started as a whisper is now screaming across timelines and trending hashtags. It's no longer just celebrity gossip. It's heartbreak, rage, and drama playing out in real time. Tiana dropped the bombshell post without warning. A bold, intimate photo of her hand nestled tightly in Aaron's was accompanied by a caption that read, "No more hiding." That single phrase sent shock waves through her fan base. It wasn't a hint. It wasn't a tease. It was the real deal. Aaron didn't hold back either. He reposted her photo with a heart emoji engulfed in flames, letting everyone know this wasn't casual. It was deep. It was public. It was happening now. The chemistry between them was undeniable. But the timing? That's what truly caught people off guard. Fans who were still rooting for a quiet reconciliation between Tiana and Iman now had to face reality. She had moved on. And she wasn't afraid to show it. The post exploded within minutes, picked up by celebrity blogs, and reshared by influencers. What began as a subtle social media reveal quickly turned into a wildfire. But the silence from Iman didn't last long. He went live, and it was everything but composed. He looked visibly shaken. His eyes were glassy, his voice cracking, as he tried hard to hold back the weight of his emotions. In a voice filled with frustration and pain, he said, "This ain't love, it's disrespect, period." That single line echoed throughout the internet. Viewers could feel his heart break through the screen. He didn't need to name names. The betrayal was thick in the air. He added, "Some people move fast when they've been moving wrong." That line was interpreted by many as a direct jab at Tiana. The comment section exploded with support messages. "He's hurting bad," and "Let that man heal," flooded the chat. But before anyone could get full closure, the live ended abruptly, leaving nothing but raw emotion hanging in the air. It was clear he wasn't ready to talk, but he couldn't stay silent either. Fans wasted no time rallying behind him. Twitter was flooded with sympathy posts as users expressed heartbreak, frustration, and confusion. Some couldn't believe how quickly Tiana had moved on. Others felt that she had every right to choose her happiness. The internet became divided. Hashtags like #TeamIman and #LetTianaLive trended simultaneously. TikTok creators immediately jumped on the live video, breaking down Iman's every word, analyzing his tone, his pauses, even the look in his eyes. Reddit threads exploded with fans trying to piece together the timeline of Tiana and Aaron's relationship versus the actual breakup. Everyone had an opinion, and nobody was holding back. What made this situation even more explosive was the love history that fans had invested in emotionally. Iman and Tiana weren't just a celebrity couple, they were relationship goals, co-parents, and reality TV stars. Watching this crumble in real time felt like a punch to the gut for longtime supporters. What makes this whole situation even harder to digest is the deep history between Tiana and Iman. They weren't just a fling or a casual dating story. They were married. They raised a child. They let fans into their lives through reality TV, showing a bond that was admired for years. They attended events together, built businesses, and showcased a chemistry that many envied. That is why the shock runs so deep. For a long time, many believed that even if they weren't together, they still respected and cared for each other deeply. Some fans even held out hope for a reconciliation. But with this public post, that door seems firmly shut. It's no longer just about a new relationship. It's about the death of a dream many people followed and admired. Iman's visible pain isn't just about losing a partner, it's about watching a chapter he valued end in front of millions. Tiana hasn't publicly addressed Iman's reaction. Her social media remains calm, focused, and curated. No interviews, no statements, no stories hinting at regret or defense. According to inside sources, she's choosing peace and believes she owes no one an explanation. But that silence speaks volumes. Fans are split on what it means. Some say it's mature that she's above the drama. Others say it's cold, especially considering Iman's emotional breakdown. Her close friends have hinted that she's focused on healing and happiness, not online drama. Still, the pressure is building. People want her side. Will she break the silence? Will she share her reasons, her emotions, her truth? Or will she let the storm rage on without saying a word? The answer could either diffuse the tension or ignite a firestorm even bigger than the one we've already seen. Theories are flying fast and wild, each one more intense and speculative than the last. The internet has turned into a live detective, bored with fans, followers, and gossip enthusiasts piecing together timelines, captions, old interviews, and body language clips to figure out what really went down. One of the most widespread theories right now is that Iman was completely blindsided by the public reveal. According to this version, he had no real clue about the seriousness of Tiana and Aaron's connection until it was suddenly broadcast for everyone to see. For those who believe this theory, the assumption is that Iman might have thought there was still space for reconciliation, or at the very least that things between them hadn't reached a final public ending. Seeing that post so bold, so definitive could have hit him like a punch to the gut. Others aren't so convinced that Iman was in the dark. A different camp believes that he knew about Aaron all along but had downplayed the situation in his mind. Maybe he assumed it was temporary, a rebound, a casual distraction, something that wouldn't evolve into anything long-term or meaningful. From that perspective, the public confirmation, complete with curated photos and suggestive captions, cut deeper than he expected. It's one thing to hear rumors or see subtle hints. It's another thing entirely to watch your ex move on so visibly, with someone who's not just a regular person but another public figure. The image of finality that comes with a couple going public can sting, especially when feelings might still be unresolved. Beyond personal pain, some believe this is part of a larger, more calculated rollout. A third theory suggests that this entire situation might be the opening act of something bigger, maybe a new reality series, a docuseries, or even a reboot of sorts for Tiana's media presence. Fans point to the timing of the reveal, the quality of the visuals, and the confidence of the move. Nothing about it felt impulsive. Instead, it had the energy of something planned, something thought out, and possibly even backed by a PR team. This theory leans into the idea that celebrity life is a performance, and that every move, especially one this bold, is made with strategy in mind. Adding to the mix is the possibility that Tiana and Aaron might soon respond to the criticism and speculation. Some think they'll choose a joint interview to tell their side, laying out the timeline, addressing the backlash, and showing unity. Others believe they might keep it more subtle, a few carefully worded social media posts, a moment captured by paparazzi, or cryptic captions that say enough without saying everything. Regardless of the approach, people are expecting some kind of response, especially given how loud the conversation has become online, perhaps the boldest theory of all centers on Iman. Some fans are convinced he's not going to sit back and let the narrative run without him. There's growing buzz that he might clap back in a major way. The two biggest ideas are either he drops a diss track, channeling all of his pain, confusion, and frustration into music, or he sits down for a deeply emotional interview that lays everything bare. If he has receipts, if he's been holding back his side of the story, this would be the moment to share it. The stakes feel high, and emotions are clearly running even higher. Whatever move he makes next could either intensify the fire or offer some kind of closure for him and for fans who've been following the drama like it's a live series finale. Now, the big question everyone is asking is, what's next? Will Tiana finally speak out and explain her decision? Will she break her silence and talk openly about her journey, what she's been through, how she found her way to Aaron, and what this relationship means to her now? Or will she choose to let the images, subtle public gestures, and her silence do the talking? That in itself can be powerful. Sometimes saying nothing speaks volumes, especially in an era where everyone expects oversharing. On the other side, will Iman continue expressing his pain through cryptic posts and body language, or will he pull back, take a breath, and begin to prioritize his own healing out of the public eye? There's something dignified about choosing not to participate in the chaos, even when the world demands a performance. Then there's Aaron, thrust into the center of a storm he likely didn't fully see coming. Will he say something to calm things down, defend Tiana, or own the space he's now in? Or could his words stir even more drama, more headlines, and more emotion? It's unclear if this situation will quiet down or if it's just beginning to reach its peak. With the way things are playing out, it feels like a media moment that could go in any direction. It could evolve into a war of words, social media posts, press appearances, or emotional confessions, or it could fizzle out, becoming just another tabloid story in a few weeks. Some fans hope that no matter what, all parties involved choose peace, privacy, and healing, especially for the sake of the child they share. But the reality is, with the level of attention this is getting, that spotlight isn't dimming anytime soon. Iman's reaction wasn't just quiet, reflective heartbreak. It was raw, loud, and incredibly real. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't hide behind vague posts or cryptic captions. He spoke his truth with a trembling voice and a heavy heart. Tiana's decision to go public with Aaron has clearly hit harder than anyone expected. It's not just a relationship update, it's an emotional earthquake that has shaken everyone involved. Aaron, now in the center of it all, is facing the heat too, and fans aren't letting go anytime soon. If this love triangle keeps unfolding, we'll be right here, following every twist and turn. So go ahead, drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Iman, Team Tiana, or are you just here for the drama? Like, comment, and subscribe, because this story might just become the most talked about celebrity saga of the year.